7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ya tú sabes, welcome to the Que Bola Podcast. In this episode, we diving deep into the electrifying world of Miami's underground music scene with the Rumble in the Jungle crew. We explore the highs and lows of DJing, the impact of social media on the culture, the vibrant community that keeps beats alive, music, catch fun in music and entertainment, and a bunch of other things. Let's get ready for this ride through rhythms of the Dade County music scene. All right? Listo. Yeah, no, I don't care. You could curse. You could also hit the vape. You could do whatever you want, bro. It's whatever's clever with your vibes. Everybody's gonna be like, yo, that's a crazy ass vape, dude.
Yeah. You never
It's
seen
a
one of
mic
these.
vape. That's the
It's got
future.
48
called the
volts.
Benjamin. Hit the Benjamin.
That's what fucking fucked up Kanye.
The galaxy gas.
He had something else in his mic. I don't know
Yeah,
what it was.
ketamine and shit.
He had like voices coming out of there.
Yep. Somebody told me, I was talking to somebody and they used to work at Dr. Smood, which was like right next to Wynwood Marketplace. And I'm like, every time I think about that place, I think about Kanye.
Why?
Because he did an album listening party there, and he was like, it was being streamed by Aiden Ross and like Speed, I think. And he was literally streaming the whole thing 2 hours late. There was no music, nothing happening, just a bunch of hypebeast kids standing, waiting for this dude to show up to like preview his album.
Damn.
And then he did like maybe like 10, 15 minutes, and it was like in the middle of all this controversy when he was starting to, he's always been
He
a lot
hadn't
of
put on the
controversy.
hood yet.
But he was close. Yeah.
That was
yeah.
pre-hood.
Probably in private. Yeah.
Wild.
It was already at a point where a lot of people were not fucking with him, but it was like, let me see what happens because this is like in my hood, you know?
Unhinged.
And it was a shit show. It was terrible. Yeah.
There we go.
I think there was that was the time where a lot of people started to like hate watch his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, actually, that's something we should definitely talk about.
All right.
Hate watching is a real fucking issue.
Yeah.
Is it an issue or is it just like
it's
part of
just an
society?
epidemic because of social media. I feel like, and you know what's interesting too is like apathetic, like with your friends, like being apathetic with your friends on social media. Like you see them doing well, and you're just like,
Whatever.
Whatever.
But
Yeah.
you'd rather hate watch.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's part of society. Yep. So we're in another episode of the Que Bola Podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You know what it is. It's your boy Dee Fig. Holla at your boy when you see me in the streets. Today in this great episode, we have the Rumble in the Jungle crew from Dade County 305. Holla at your boy when you see him in the street. DJ Tamsin, DJ Topher the Alien, and Mr. DB Cooper. The collaborative, also known as Rumble in the Jungle. Thank you guys for coming on and giving me some of your time and, chopping it up with me, letting you know what's popping in your world, Yes. So we were just talking like craziness about like how society is,
It's a lot going on right now.
It's going on right now with friendships and whatnot. I've been like hyper focused on the collapse of our democracy, right? That's
In real
something that-
time, yeah.
in real time.
we're watching that quick. It's
I
going
kind of
down
feel
quick.
like I'm watching a movie, but at the same time, like I'm in the movie, so I really don't know what to do right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm old, right?
Yeah.
So I was primed for this because I remember getting to school late. Lateness has always been a part of my life. And I remember getting to school late, and we didn't have cable growing up. So I got to school late, and I show up, and the kids, this was like in middle school, the kids in my class were like, it's World War III. It's World War III. And I had no idea what they were talking about, but it was September 11th.
Oh yeah,
Right? And so I remember seeing on TV, like, towers falling and shit, right? But I feel like all of us have been, like, primed so that now, like, we're so jaded by, like, I see a cop, like, beat the ever-living hell out of someone, and I'm just, like,
whatever.
yeah,
Next one.
scrolling by it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like everything is whatever right
Yeah.
now.
we
like,
don't
that's
care.
tough.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Nobody
About
cares.
nothing.
Desensitized.
We've
Yeah.
been, completely
Extremely.
desensitized. Yeah.
Like
a very
global
American thing.
warming and
Yeah.
World War III. It's a very American thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? In the outside world, they're not even desensitized because they don't even have time to focus in on that, right? Like recently, I just came from Guatemala. I was there maybe like a month and a half ago, And the people out there live a different, simple life, right?
Yeah.
But they're not like hyper focused on like news or any of things like that because they're just like really focused on like getting it in on a daily basis, you know, trying to provide and things like that. So that consumes a lot of their time. They're not really focusing on like, oh, what's this impending doom, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very American thing that we even have. It's a first world problem that we
First
have.
world problem.
We have
Yeah.
the luxury to like
Have the time
Yeah.
to be scared.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We got the luxury.
We have the luxury to have the free time to learn the knowledge and be scared.
Yeah.
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 You know, the tough thing is like I have friends that don't have social media.
Yeah.
A few, and they still know what the fuck's going on.
Good
That's
for them,
crazy.
man. That's amazing. That's great.
Right?
I
Yeah.
mean, just because you don't have social media doesn't
You be
mean
on
you
the
don't have
internet.
news apps, right?
Yeah, yeah. That
know?
well, it sometimes even more so. You know,
Yeah.
like they're actually dialed in with the truth versus like opinions and like a shaped perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I mean, YouTube is like another spiral.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have
Yep.
YouTube, man,
Yeah.
YouTube be spidering me.
I only get my news from YouTube.
I've been on some YouTube DJ tutorial shit like I'm all
That's
for
good.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah?
That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like 100%. I recently bought the Panasonic DDJ4 FLX4.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's like an intro to like be able to like figure everything out.
Yep.
And yeah, man, I've been like on the tutorial life as fuck right now.
Hell
dude, yeah, YouTube Academy, man, shout out.
For real, dog has been teaching me. So,
out.
bro, speaking about YouTube Academy and like learning skills, how did you guys like start off DJing? Right, like how did you guys come together as a collective starting off DJing? Right, I'm assuming each one of you had your own journeys to like DJ.
Of
course, yeah.
But
Yeah,
of
like
course. Yeah, we
after
formed,
like
Voltron.
exactly, like how did you guys decide to do the
Yeah.
whole like go Power Ranger shit?
I've known Jared for a few years, but we weren't super close.
Mm-hmm.
At that point,
Dude, I don't think I was even playing or being booked.
Well, you were doing Ass Party, right?
Oh, yeah,
'Cause you
that-
did Ass
we
Party a
did some
bunch.
Ass Party.
That's
I
how I
did.
knew like who you were and like who you knew and shit.
I think that's how I got my feet wet.
From the Perreo, the breakcore parties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You invited me to one that was
yeah. Saturn Sorry would book me.
But yeah, and then
Yeah. 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 Little dive bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
like the local spot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
How did you-
kind of stuck out like a sore thumb though, because
Yeah.
I feel like I mean,
True.
Speaking of it, we did come together pretty quick because we're playing music that like no one in Miami is really playing.
Uh-huh.
So we kind of like stuck out and kind of linked up pretty quick that way.
Yep. And I think there was one thing that we just had like a DJ Mag interview. It actually came out in July 10th. So it came out like a month ago. But the digital version, like on their website and socials, just came out like this week. And one of the things that we put in the interview that didn't make it, like it didn't make it through the editor, was like our parties always had kind of like, they were unique and there was a lot of new music that you can't hear anywhere else, but there was always kind of like an unserious vibe to it. Like it was casual and we would have fun, and like from the get-go we're like throwing memes in there. And I remember
But
like
how do you turn a party into a serious thing? A party's supposed to be like like
Well,
relaxed.
if you take your music too
Yeah.
serious, man, like
Yep.
that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, there's music nerds and then there's like music like snobs. You know what I mean? Like a music nerd is willing to tell you about what they hear, and a music snob is like, yeah, you're not welcome in this space or like in this area because XYZ. You haven't listened to whatever it is, and I feel like a common problem is with these parties is like they're too niche, and when you're too niche, it's hard to build up a new following, you know. And
I agree
with something
with
like
you,
drum
bro.
and bass that's been getting bigger in America, we want to expose more people to it. We want to show them not only new stuff, but maybe throw in stuff that they recognize to be like, man, this isn't that bad. Oh, I recognize this from TikTok or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've all had like, like brief moments with like open format styles, right? Like especially like coming up as a DJ, you kind of have to be more open to playing like bars and things like that, where you're catering to people that aren't there to see you and often like aren't even wanting electronic music. Like they don't know electronic music like that. So remixes and edits and stuff is a way to kind of like convert people to the tribe, you know? But there's a time and a place for it, right? Because there's parties I've been to that you don't hear a single remix or edit, and it's like obscure
Yes,
But it's
music,
still amazing.
and
Yeah,
they're
it's
incredible, right? But then there's also like what we do, which isn't necessarily like focused on any one thing in particular, but part of like throwing those edits is stuff that we love and have fun with as DJs and just lovers of music. And it's kind of just like the combination. Like it works for the crowd,
It's inviting,
works for the venue. It's
know?
inviting, yeah.
I
Welcomes
think
people
that's something
in.
that
Yeah.
I noticed. Like Miami, kind of doesn't really go by. It's like, I mean, a party is supposed to bring people together. So why not just like be inviting? Like let's find ways to help people adapt and get with it.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. But Miami also has that cliquish aspect of it,
Big
right?
time.
We're trying to break down those walls.
That
for sure.
cliquish thing is really what prevents people from the scene growing, right? From having growth, having opportunities and success. The more I feel like I'm on this journey where I like to just throw people forward, right? Like regardless of what might come my way type situation. Like I feel like that's the best way to go about doing things. Like even if you don't do anything, like you push somebody forward, right? And maybe they succeed.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't succeed, but still like just in the being like grateful that you have the opportunity to do it and doing it in that manner. Like I feel a lot of success has come my way, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being like a gatekeeper and be like, oh, this is only for us, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's happened to me a couple times where, like, I've been doing this for a long time. Like Jared, like Brandon, we've all been doing different things, but always in the music space. And yeah, like giving away free knowledge is great, man. There's been so many times where like I've met someone and they just moved to Miami and they ask me like, who throws techno parties, who throws bass parties, who throws these kinds of parties, and I'll tell them happily. I'll tell them you should talk to these people, you should go check out these clubs. And it's happened to me on more than one occasion where I'll run into someone. They're like, this guy was the first person I met in Miami, and he told me about this place, and now I'm playing with these guys, and I wouldn't be playing with these guys without talking to you, man. I'm like,
Yeah, and the cool thing about like Miami is a big city in a small town, right? So like there's people. We were just at like a new spot, like Las Rosas just reopened,
Yeah.
right?
a renewed spot.
Yeah, and then like we run into somebody that happens to be like like part of the management team there that like Brandon has known since he was like a little jit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's always those. I mean, that night we were just hanging out. There's no agenda. We were just going to hang out.
Yeah.
And we ran into like so many people we knew.
Yeah.
And like go back with and
Miami's like that.
with no plan. We were just going to go check it out.
Yeah.
Right. So I think there's like an aspect of like we all like want to support each other and do support each other and know each other. And even at Rumble, like you'll have techno DJs that want to come do a Rumble because they like that music, but they don't play it because it's not like in their brand or the parties that they are known for or get booked for don't want to hear
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. We have DJs that like it's their first club set or their first set at like a real club,
Yep.
and I mean,
Crush it, man.
and
A lot of them
they
crush
crush
it.
it, dude.
Yeah. Well, Spice Crime, we had her
Ground.
play at the Ground, and Spice Crime's known for like more like techno and like club and electro, and that's what she gets booked for. And she played like, but she started DJing, like playing more bass music, and so she got to do like almost a combination of the two, which was really cool. So it's nice to see like we kind of offer. I always had like aliases, right? So I've had like DB Cooper has been like my main music project since I was 19 years old. And I've always had like, I had like a Be More club music alias called like Cookie Policy. And I have like Star 69, which is like a house, like deep house and like classic, like 90s sample house, stuff like that. Daft Punk.
You feel like you got to bifurcate the identities, like you can't put it all in one.
Because like DB Cooper is like breaks and electro, and now jungle kind of works in that same space.
Sometimes dubstep.
And in terms of what I produce, not so much, but what I play, well, yeah, that's a different story. But
I feel like that's something that DJs, it's really hard to understand that I know you want to DJ everything, right? You want to be like open format and everything, but maybe like if you do it in one particular lane, right? You could win and you could find success in that lane because like there's already structure built around that one genre or something like that,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
But it's hard because like me as myself as a newbie in the DJ world and even throwing events myself, I was throwing the Latino rave event, right, at Casa Tiki, and it's very, once again, it's a niche thing, right? But I want to like try to incorporate Latin elements into like electronic things. It's really hard to like know, okay, look, there's these lanes that have been already established. You should walk down one of these lanes before you go into some like niche shit like that, right? That's something
like
that
build the connects.
Explore, yeah.
It took me a while to figure that out, right?
Yeah, and I think that like the cool thing about doing stuff here is that like there is that history, but I also like it is a network, right? Like we are like a community and a network, and that's like the one thing that I find is
Sets us apart, I think.
well, yeah, it sets us apart, but I think it's vital in the work. Yeah, like we try to do community stuff always, and whether that's like one of our ethos has always been like bringing somebody new to the party to DJ, someone that's never played a Rumble before.
So where are you guys at now? How many years? How many parties?
2 years, two and some
years
change.
2 years and change.
How many parties?
Maybe like 20 or
Yeah,
Like
20.
20 parties.
So I do all the graphics, right? So I have folders for each event, and I'm on the 21st folder. One of them was a live stream, but
That was an event, yeah.
yeah, it was an event. Yeah, but we're basically at 20 like in-person events.
That's what's up. That's what's
yeah.
up. So basically like 10 events a year, almost like once a month.
we were
Yeah.
going once a month for a
Yeah,
long
pretty much.
time, but now we've had a lot of traction. We've had to kind of take a pause on when we can do things,
Yep.
and we don't want to give too many dates too soon together. Yeah, you know, and it's we want to like we want to suffocate people. We want people to breathe and
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
have a life and go to other parties
And
too.
yeah, exactly. That
Yeah.
was a deal for us. I mean, we spoke about that. We definitely wanted
Yeah.
to let other parties shine. We don't want to dominate the scene either. We definitely want to play fair and
What's your biggest challenge like to throw parties?
Venues,
Yeah.
Like what
100%.
part
Budget.
of the, what part of the
budget,
venue?
venues. I think it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Miami, and this has been an issue for a very long time. There's very few spaces in Miami that number one do electronic music and number two do the kind of electronic music that we do or are willing to open up and let us have our community there. You know what I mean? And we're very fortunate to have places like Gramps open up their doors every other month or every month. And we're very fortunate that the ground lets us throw maybe 3 or 4 shows a year. And we're very, very fortunate that we can start doing stuff with Boombox now. Because if you really can sit down and think about it, the big contenders for what we do, there's not many of that. It's club space, and they very rarely have bass music nights. Now we have these nights at M2 that these Roots of Bass people do. American Grime, you know, they always have events, but they're very few and far between, and they're mostly at small spots like Shirley's at Gramps, at breweries like that Lost City Brewery American Grime has.
I hear what you're saying. I like bass music. I really like jungle, right? That's my shit.
Yeah.
I really enjoy jungle.
Yeah.
But I feel like Miami's one of those party cities where it's almost like a movie party city. Like it's very like cookie cutter, right?
Bottle
Well, we're very
service,
international, so like international genres are gonna shine. Like
Yeah.
people come from out of town, from other places, other countries, you know, and like completely other lifestyles. But they see Marco Corolla and they want to go see Marco Corolla. They know
Yeah.
who Marco Corolla is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's also like a set expectation for like what Miami like club or
Like what the experience is.
yeah, like they're gonna it's gonna be a lot of LED lights and a lot of like pencil skirts and dudes with like
Upscale.
open shirts.
Yeah.
And
Upscale.
Big
yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Bottle
and,
service.
and kind of
Big
boring
money
tech
bottle.
house, like
Yeah.
Sunset House, G House. Remember, like there were like eras with that, right?
Sunglasses indoors at night.
Tech House Bros, you know?
Tech house, bro.
Those
Tech
venues
Bro
are
House.
normally like the places I avoid the most, but there's a lot of those,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They make a lot of money. I
Yeah.
can't front, bro. Like
I
those
can't
people,
front.
they sell a lot of alcohol, dog,
They
which
do,
is crazy.
yeah. And the question is like priorities, right? So that's been the big thing with the difficulty with venues is not that there's a shortage of venues. There's way too many venues, right? And that in its own is like a problem. But the difficulty is like priorities. Like someone like Gramps. Gramps did like Sunshine or like not Sunshine State of Bass. That's like a breaks party. Like Miami Bass All Stars or something was
Yeah.
a party, and there was like Jubilee, somebody from Two Live Crew, like all of these classic. I think like Jam Pony Express, like classic Miami Bass stuff, and they just did that, like for fun. They knew it wasn't going to be crazy, and some of the best shows I've ever seen were at Gramps because, like I said,
Yeah,
Goldie
they're
at
willing
Gramps.
to like
Invest in
experiment.
the community, invest in themselves.
Yeah, and they care about like the culture in the city, and they're OGs. It's not some like holding corporation or like private equity or something that's like managing it. It's OGs that like care about it, and they're willing to invest. That's why they do Synth Battle every week, even though it's not like some slamming popping thing.
Yeah.
But they're like paying into the culture.
What do you think about like the aspect that what you just mentioned, like big money coming into electronic music? Because like I feel like moving forward, a lot of hedge funds are really investing in live venues and experiences, festivals, right? Because their returns are ridiculous.
I have a story about
and
this.
there's a lot of people going into that space, right? Live experiences, live entertainment, football, right, or sports in general, is really taking a lot of the share of TV revenue because it's a live event that can't be duplicated, and like it requires you to spend your time at a dedicated time so they can sell you really good targeted ads and things like that. And that's like the space is moving in that direction. So how do you guys feel about like do you want to use that capital? Do you feel that is restrictive? How do you feel about that?
I have a story about this, but question: are you a Heat fan?
Yeah, I'm a Miami Heat fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you pay for the NBA,
What do you mean pay for it?
the app? To
No.
watch the games?
I don't pay for anything like that. Like I'm
How
not a big
difficult is
fan.
it
I'm
to
not a
watch?
big sports fan like that.
Okay. How difficult? I can tell you, as a Heat fan,
Yeah.
to watch a sports game, it is a pain in the ass.
Unless
I
you go
mean-
to Streamy. I don't want to say that, but
Get it on some pirated site.
At that point, they're not making any money. Which,
Yeah.
honestly, if you're going to make it so difficult for me to watch a game,
I'm not gonna give you my money. Yeah.
Dude, I'm on YouTube for the highlights. I'm like, game in
you
5
can't
minutes.
watch the game without seeing an ad somewhere. It's on the
Yeah.
court. It's on their jerseys.
Yeah.
It's in it.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
time there's a break. If you make it so difficult for like access, then people are gonna find ways around it.
Would you be opposed to like having a DJ jersey with like advertisements
They
on
already
it?
do that. I mean,
They do that, yeah. They
yeah,
totally
like
do
EDM
that.
DJs already do
Imagine
that.
like bro, as a hedge fund person, I would say like, yo, I'm gonna put together DJ teams,
Yeah.
right? Like a sports team,
Yeah.
and they're gonna go to different festivals and battle it out with different people, and they're gonna wear the jerseys
Yep.
with sponsored Pioneer, da da da.
We need like Pollo Tropical on that shit.
Whatever.
We need Pollo
yeah.
Tropical. We need Sip 305. We need crema, specifically crema Mimo.
Well, and my thing too is like if you see like look at a photo of a DJ DJing, right? You're gonna see the name Pioneer
Yeah.
100%.
on any photo of a DJ, and that's like
Unless
yes,
it's
respect
Laidback
to
Luke.
that. But my last name is not Pioneer.
Or for
Like
Dax.
I'm not putting on for Pioneer. They're
Yeah.
not paying me to have their brand in my photo.
Yeah.
So like
Alpha
I straight,
Theta now.
our press photo for 3 points, I straight edited out the brand names
You
on
put
the
Alpha Theta?
because I want.
I think that's like their new branding now.
Yeah. But I think like there's so much like corporate interest and goes back to like overstimulation and being like dulled on everything, right? Like they want us on these platforms, they want us seeing these to serve us ads, right?
Yeah.
We're our product.
But it's really creeping into the live venue space a lot. Like they're owning, like Live Nation owning almost all the live venues for like traveling artists and other hedge funds going in and purchasing like large EDC and things like that.
We were literally talking about this on the way here.
We can't talk about
and
this right now.
There's a lot of drama in like the Live Nation space.
They
were actually sued.
They got sued by
the
like
American
Ticketmaster or
government.
something like that.
No, so Live Nation is Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
But
that's what it is.
They were sued by the FTC as an antitrust, as a monopoly.
Yeah, because they own everything.
Yeah, I mean, and then going back to like, let's
much.
talk about Astro World, right?
Yeah.
These people stormed the fences. They didn't stop the show. They were slamming the stage. They didn't stop the show. They told him, go on, go.
going.
He goes on stage. He's stopped shows before. There's clips of it, right, of Travis Scott, right? He didn't know what was going on. He's got a million lights in his face, way more than we have here, right? He's looking at 50,000, 100,000 people in front of him. He can't tell what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Security guards know what's going on. The security guards are on the floor right in front of these people. The venue managers, everybody in leadership
that's their
there.
responsibility.
And who is those people that let that happen?
Like the people organizing the event.
Yeah.
They wanted to they didn't want to have to.
But they try to pin it on him. They're like, oh, he incited this and that, and it's like.
Yeah. They should have stopped it.
They should have stopped it themselves. They could
ran
easily
it.
have been like
refund everybody their money.
Exactly. They wanted to get the paycheck. Exactly.
Because it's like those live events is high stakes, right? So
a lot of risks. There's so many risks.
A lot of risks. Like I feel it when I do the small venues, right? I go to a venue, we work out a deal, and I'm hoping people show up so I can recoup or at least recoup or put on for the next venue, right? For the next event. So like build some momentum. And that's on a small scale. Imagine like you put on an entire festival,
dude,
right?
Bonnaroo got rained out this year. And this was like the first time in a long time they didn't immediately announce their dates. Because they had to like sit down and really consolidate and think, can we actually do this again next year? We only had one date. First they were gonna try to refund people only a portion. And then they said, we got so much backlash. They're like, no, wait, we're gonna refund everybody. Whoever was camping at least or whatever it was.
Yeah, our homie that was playing at Bonnaroo, like he's getting paid, right? But that was like a big thing, and he went up there, and then
luckily he got to play. But
like even for not attendees, like half their roster of artists went through the same thing and probably lost a lot of money.
Yeah, because they exactly, it's high risk, high reward. There's a lot of that.
But
I mean, yeah.
The story I have, I moved to Denver, right? So I was living here. It became unaffordable, and my girl and I, we were just like, you know what? Why are we fighting to stay here? Let's just like open up to see, throw shit at a map and see where it sticks. And I got linked up with the underground there, and Denver is a test market for dance music, for EDM. So they've got just like we have a EDM radio station here, or like electronic music radio station. They've got one in Denver. And Denver's not a big city. It's like Miami. It's like, kind of consolidated. But what happened up there is a kind of like company, a larger, like
hedge fund
funded company. And it wasn't necessarily like an investment firm. It was like an entertainment company bought all of these venues. They went in and just bought up this big venue, and Denver has a huge like college crowd. So it's like Mecca for bass music.
It's the bass capital of America.
It's the bass capital of America, yeah.
That is wild.
Artists moved there that are into bass music, and they got the like hat pins and the
that's
the
where all the
curtains.
craziest
What
bass
are those
shows
things
happen.
called?
They're called pashminas.
Pashminas. All right, that's not a curtain. But what happened is the underground, like the people that were feeding the scene there, completely like they saw what was happening, and these clubs were coming in and kind of like cutting the culture and the soul out of the scene, and so they just went and did their own thing. And the scene I got introduced to in Denver was not like the big bass music scene. It was the underground. And most of the shows that I went to were at DIY spaces, warehouses that people like. There's a great one where the dude just owns the space and works with people. And we've done stuff like that here. But what I noticed was like there's clubs with great systems, and it's a lot of frat bros that are going to see big EDM artists.
John Summit.
Support the underground, man.
Yeah. But the underground, like the culture, the cool stuff, the queer folks, the people of color, the music that is interesting and has taste and is like pushing boundaries is happening in like old grow houses, old empty warehouses in Denver, and people are building sound systems to
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 accommodate.
accommodate for that. So it's built this own culture that kind of got co-opted from like the Jamaican.
Man,
sound
but I
system
kind of
culture.
feel like at the end of the day, they're gonna build that up, and then the hedge fund's gonna go buy that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Because
Well, you
money
gotta-
talks, bro.
Yeah, I mean, get your money. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the same thing with Boiler Room. Like Boiler Room,
100%.
They kind of built something up,
And then they sold out.
it, and they
I
got
mean,
their money.
but it's good. I
Yeah.
mean,
Vice,
at the end of the day,
same
you know,
thing.
I'm not gonna hate on somebody who sold out, who built it, right? They built it. It's their company. You could do whatever you want with it. But yeah, it's hard for it to maintain those underground roots once it gets to a certain threshold. So how do you guys feel about like you guys getting to that threshold? Or do you feel that?
I don't think we're there just yet. 'Cause, like,
Okay.
what we're doing, we continue to do free stuff all the time. We continue to bring different people on. We aren't milking any specific acts. We aren't milking any specific sounds. People, they come to our free events knowing that they're going to hear different stuff every time. They're going to see different people every time. Like, I don't think us as a crew are there just yet. We're getting to a point where we need to figure out what the next move is, but we're not at that tipping point yet. Like, luckily, we're very fortunate that we can still do what we want and within reason, and we can host who we want for the most part. We're very fortunate we have connections and we use them very sparingly, but also we're constantly investing in our friends, in our peers,
community,
and
yeah.
everybody in our surrounding area. Like, between the three of us, we know everybody that's into bass music pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
let's say 98% of them. And if we don't know them yet, we're gonna meet them. Like, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, everything is coming out of our own pockets. We're not really.
He puts up his own.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
basically fund
CDJs
everything
and-
puts up
ourselves.
his own
Yeah.
equity.
Jared
and
puts his own
equipment.
time into
Yeah.
graphics, and I do. So he's like the eyes, he's like the ears, and I'm for the most part the mouth, or at this point
Yeah,
like the
like
keys,
logistics,
You know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's doing the graphics, he's making sure we look good, he's making sure we sound great, and I'm making sure that our voice is being heard online and in person,
PR and marketing.
and like the verbiage is correct, and like
Yep.
it's welcoming, and the three of us sometimes switch or voice our opinions on those things,
Yep.
But
Yeah.
that's why we work
Reality
well together.
check each other, you know.
Yeah, we all
sure.
check each other when we
it's
need it.
Our heads are
helpful
on
to have
straight,
that.
you know?
Yeah, like to have the
Everybody else's perspective.
Yeah, and be able to get kind of like an ear to like talk ideas out to and whatnot. Like that's versus people running shit solo or like pushing things forward. But the other thing too that I think for us that's allowed us to like find success, quote unquote, is like we have our goals are not what goals would be if we were looking to like sell it or like scale, right? So there are like goals to scale. Like that's always been part of like what we do, but it's never been the driving force behind what
We're
we
gonna
do.
support Skrillex.
Yeah. We have goals. We
What do you
have like
feel-
but we
what
have
do
a
you
lot of
feel-
goals, like and some of them more lofty than others. But
no, not the goals, but I'm saying like the evolution of the
Yeah.
party. What do you guys feel like you have to stay stringent within this like the parameters of what you're doing right
Fuck
now?
no.
Or could it just like it could evolve into something completely different?
I think we take everything as they come, but our own parties, we have fun, and that's why
Yep.
people come to them, because they have fun. When they see us having fun, they have fun. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But when we get booked, that's a different story. Like depends what we get booked for. Depends who we're supporting. Like what the energy is like in that room. Like we try our best to like come hard, come with a lot of energy, get people excited. Interact
Yep.
with the crowd, play stuff they're not going to hear, even at shows where we're supporting a mainstream act.
How big is branding there? How big is the branding aspect of the Rumble in the Jungle? Because like you gotta have to be able, basically the clout. Like people hear XYZ party and they're like, oh, I already know what it is, because that's branding. It is automatic association. And then it's like beyond the automatic association is like good branding, because then it's like you're associating good experiences and unique experiences with the brand. How clutch is that, and how do you go about
Our
expressing
people
that?
are constantly returning. Like, I mean, I do the ticketing on our end, and like, I think 60% of our tickets are people that have gone to at least 2 Rumbles before, at least the free ones.
yeah, and we'll also notice like that we've talked to people that it's like their first time at a Rumble, and they're like, oh yeah, I searched for like drum and bass Miami or something, and I saw this party was happening, right? So we've gotten like we're able to sell that in a way which, yeah, I mean, like the branding from the get-go has always been like DIY, just kind of bootstrap, like a little bit of like punk aesthetic, underground. Like I think it's important. Like I saw today like some okay, we'll talk about a little bit of drama. There's a lot of drama all the time, right? Like we were talking about. So we had an article come out in DJ Mag that highlighted us and like 7 parties in total. 7 incredibly different parties, from stuff like Suero to like Verbs, which is more like obscure, minimal, more artful, and like they cover your
and
camera.
the presentation,
Yeah, real underground. They've done a bunch of them in this like Cuban restaurant in Hialeah, and it goes till the sun comes up. It's incredible. And then like Rumble is in there, right? And somebody was kind of like hating in the comments, like, oh, it's so shallow. Like the writers have no integrity nowadays, or whatever. Like this is like not representing like the diversity of Miami. And
What?
I was like, yo, to put Rumble where you're literally like your ears could bleed at some shit and you wouldn't be surprised by it, right? But even just at our party, to hear that, or to hear some like really soulful, like intelligent D&B or something, and then next to like Verbs or ODD or Masisi, like these parties that are like Afro-Caribbean,
all so unique,
queer,
dude.
Latin.
It's
There was-
Masisi.
No
Yeah,
single
Masisi,
party there
yeah,
plays the
yeah,
same
yeah.
music. Not a single party there plays the same music.
Yeah.
So people were hating. I kind of lost my point on that, but
Are they even from Miami? Like,
the person
Like,
no, but then
have
I
you been
looked,
pulled
and
up?
the person that like started like was stirring shit. They were like, oh, well, what about this party and what about that party, and like you're missing a lot. And people are like, yes, there's only they only did 7. 7 is enough, But I'm looking at these parties and they're using like AI flyer art and stuff, and it's like, how, if you can't even care enough to like either try and fail, right, to do it yourself, or tap in, right? You see a cool flyer, yo, who made this? Hey, can we work something out? We don't have a great budget,
Yeah.
but I'm down to trade or whatever.
How big is the flyer?
It's important.
At least 6
Yeah.
inches.
If you were to say you stupid, that's a big ass flyer. If you were to say like the percentage of importance of the marketing and PR of the flyer, how big is it?
Huge. I mean,
it's just as important as the talent, the gear, the integrity of the party.
Yeah.
Like, it plays a major role. It's super important.
You feel
But
like it's crucial.
If you're making,
it's crucial.
it's
Great art
crucial.
is crucial.
I mean, if you're using AI, dude, like
You're using
It's
Canva
important.
too.
I can tell.
Right. It's important for it to align with the party, right?
I feel you.
So, like, if it's an AI art, I'm not expecting much from
Yeah,
the event.
from the party.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
how
mean,
that
it goes to
works.
show how like far you're going to reach out and connect with other people and
Yeah.
collaborate.
Yeah.
If you're self-sustained, like there's some people that can do it all. They can
Even
throw
if
the
you make
party,
a flyer
they can
yourself
make
and it
art.
sucks, make it. Like, whatever, dude.
But
Exactly,
at least
yeah.
try.
hand draw it.
Yep. There's templates.
Hand
you
draw
know?
it, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go hand.
Yeah,
man.
hand
go
drawn,
crazy.
Hand
you
drawn
know?
flyers go hard, actually.
Yeah,
in
why
Denver,
not?
we've seen some.
I used to
here, some
love
hand
that in
drawn
high school.
flyers. Yeah.
Hand drawn flyers.
Yeah.
They used to promote a shitload of Churchill's
Yeah.
flyers on Southridge and all of and it was
So-
all hand drawn.
We're throwing a party Saturday, and in terms of like projecting moving forward, like as a crew, and there's 2 things, right? There's Rumble Crew, which is us representing to the outside world what we're about and what our party's about, what Miami's about, and like our party more specifically. But then there's Rumble in the Jungle as an event series and everything. And
And maybe a record label.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have a comp coming out, right?
I mean,
So this is
honestly,
one of
yeah.
our goals,
This
right?
is one of our goals. We pretty much have our own expertises in like a lot of different things that we do that we've pretty much come close to mastering. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we feel like that would probably be the next step for us, is to probably
Yeah.
form like a record label.
Yeah, and like our the amount of talent is here, right? The
Yeah.
amount of stuff that we got like over
So much
50
talent.
submissions, closer
Yeah,
to
that's what's
60,
up.
I'd say. And they were really hard to pick through, right? Because there's like an incredible amount of talent here, and also there is currency in us being Miami artists, because the eyes are always on Miami to some degree as like, what's new, what's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, Miami has the opportunity that it's in the probably top 4 cities in the world, right? You know, it's a big international destination. So it's up there with New York, LA, right? So it's like New York, LA, Miami, maybe Chicago is in there, and that gives us the opportunity to like intermingle with a lot of people who are influential, especially in the music space, right?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I feel like I go to a lot of these events, right, where I'm talking to a lot of people who are in the space, but it's hard to break through. It's hard to like communicate with them and actually get things done.
For them to see you as a human being.
I mean, I didn't want to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you mean because I was doing it by myself for a long ass time, and I was always stern faced, people with a cold blank stare looking at me like, "What are you talking about? Why am I going to give you a chance at my venue?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. But to be honest, we've done like everything we've done. We haven't taken a lot of compromises, I'd say, at least from my perspective. Like, we haven't done a lot of compromises, and we haven't worked really with a lot of people that we don't want to work with.
Yeah.
Right. And I think in that way, like, there's still value to what we're doing, and yeah, I mean, there's people that like in this city that I've tried to connect with. It's like, oh, you make this music, I love this, whatever. I do the same thing, right? Like, let's link. And then there's people that I'm me. I have those same conversations with, and we're like fast friends or instant friends, right? There's people that I connected with, like I played back to back with Rolly, and we'd never played back to back before at Gramps during Music Week, and the synergy was like when we play, it was like instant, like, and we were vibing. There were people like scrubbing the ground and shit, and it actually got me booked out to Chicago. Like that set that we were doing, they were like, "Hey, can you come do this in Chicago?" So like, there's those people there, and we're trying to emphasize like the people that are worth platforming, right? And we always want to give like a space to everyone, but we're not platforming people because of like social currency or anything, right? Like, we're platforming them because they're tastemakers. We want to give them opportunities and stuff like that. And yeah,
we appreciate that. We
yeah,
appreciate.
if
I mean,
people,
we see when others have vision too.
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah,
And I think
Yeah.
that's something we just want to aim at.
In regards to breaking through, though, because I think the question was like how you get through that, right? I think in my luck, it's been like just being annoying as fuck sometimes, dude. Like coming with good ideas often.
Yeah,
and
we're not
frequently.
quiet. We're
Yeah,
not
like
quiet.
at least I show up to the place you're working and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Like, how's it going? Like, dude, like I have this idea that I texted you about. It's like a really good idea. We should like look into it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've helped a lot of parties too, like in Miami.
Yeah.
I've I'm big on just like being just a supporter of like any local party. Some parties they didn't have the gear. Like I sold the car to get the DJ gear I have. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this car. I'm gonna just buy like a bunch of CDJs and crazy gear that this like anyone could really benefit from. And I would just start helping out parties and helping them like look professional, sound professional. And I mean, we're out here.
Yeah, so you got to be annoying. You got to be in people's faces.
You got to be out there meeting everyone.
Yeah,
and,
you got to talk to people. You got to
Yeah,
show
talk to
up.
people.
Like,
I mean, there's a lot, but it's very hard, like especially for the young kids because they're like super introverted, right? They
Yeah.
don't know how to be IRL like social, and it's a big ass barrier that they have to overcome. I mean, I feel like our generation, pre-pandemic and everything, we had to like talk to each other and
In
everything.
person.
But now, like I see a lot of kids, and they're like trying to put together parties and things like that. They just don't know how to communicate with people in general.
well, my DMs are always open, and I'm always happy to
Yeah.
help people out. And I always try to answer every Rumble DM. And if I'm not gonna answer, one of these guys is gonna answer. And you know, like, it's just about knowledge and just talking to people and like being around. And dude, it happened to me yesterday. I was dealing with this kid. I sell cars during the day, and this kid, he must have been like 20. He wants to buy this Mustang. Didn't have a single question for me in front of me. Quiet as a mouse. I got to think about it. Leaves. over text hammering me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he doesn't have the confidence to talk about it in person.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. But
It's hard.
and we worked it out, thank God. You
Yeah,
know, like
through
but,
text.
Yeah, you know. but yeah, like I have no problem answering questions. I have no problem pointing people in the right direction. I have no problem.
Yeah, same.
If that's how you want to work through email only, we're gonna work through email only. You want to work through text only, we're gonna work through text only.
It's crazy though, but a lot of people feel that's cringe. Like, oh, you don't know how to. Like, actually, they see it cringe both ways. Like, damn, this person always talking to me when I'm in person, right? That's one way.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
yapper,
right?
bro.
You
He's a
never won.
yapper.
He's a yapper.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other way is like, oh man, this fool's always like only text, like doesn't know how to act in real life, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And so it's like you got to know how to master those skill sets to be able to if you want, because you're actually hosting parties, right? You're hosting, like, you're creating the brand, you're establishing the party, but you're also creating like the party itself is an experience.
And it's a vibe. Like
It's a vibe that you're basically like nurturing.
Yeah.
So it takes a while, and to nurture that vibe, you have to like interact with the people who are coming into your vibe. You know, into
Yeah,
your,
for sure.
And we talk to people like when we were giving the shirts, we talk to people like whenever we have open decks. We've had open decks now twice or 3 times, and they're really successful. And people talk to us, and people send us their DM or their demos to DM. You know, like because of it, like we've seen them DJ. We want to book as many people as we can, you know, and we want to do open decks as often as we can. It's just setting up the time is sometimes tough, you know.
No, I feel you.
But
yeah, and we have like a pretty wide, variation between like venues, events. We try to mix it up and like offer new things. And I think that's part of like our strategy is like we haven't really gotten stuck in doing the same thing too much. We're always trying to do something new, whether it's like new artists, new aesthetic, or venues.
Well, so who's an
formats.
artist that you guys wish you could work with?
Skrillex.
Like Skrillex?
Yeah.
Badger. I really want to play a
Badger.
show Badger. I love his edits.
Badger and Skrillex. Top of the list.
we could. There's more than there's like a lot of.
No, but I'm saying like top of the mountain. Rush,
Top of the mountain?
Like
No.
Mount Rushmore. If
All right,
I were to
what's
tell you
your
I could get you
top-
booked with
maybe
anybody
not
right
Badger for you.
now.
What's your top act? It doesn't.
Dude,
it could be someone out
honestly,
of reach completely.
I'd be really happy to play with 4 AM crew. Like,
4
Yeah.
a.m. crew.
Okay.
Okay.
I almost don't want to name them because I don't want to.
You got to put it in the universe.
But-
You got to
I'll
manifest
I'll
it.
say so Naya Archives. I've been
Okay.
wanting to have for a
I saw
long
her
time.
show at the ground actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
amazing
yeah.
live.
It was
She's
a pretty
incredible.
good show.
What she's done for Jungle, just
Yeah.
being almost like the mouthpiece of.
And she cute too.
She's fine. She's fine. She's a female DJ, right?
Yeah.
Which
She's
there's
slaying it,
enough
man, yeah.
difficulty and bullshit. And like, I always consider, like, I have a friend that's a female DJ that's a touring, national DJ. I feel like half the time she gets interviewed, they're like, "What's it like to be a female DJ?" It's like, shut the fuck up. Can you ask me about like other questions?
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So she's
Ironic,
got to
yeah.
deal with that stuff, right? But she's created like a really unique brand, and it's like young and exciting. But like she's playing at 3 points with Goldie, right?
Yeah.
And that's like a perfect like cross generational
It
set.
is.
It's like
I got
passing the
retiring.
torch. It's the
Yeah.
passing of the torch
He's
from
retiring, yeah.
the
Yeah, he's
OG
retiring.
to the new gen. You know what I mean?
New gen, yeah.
So
I
yeah,
got to
I
see
think-
Goldie at Gramps too.
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
I
one of
had
the
no
best
idea
bars,
he's
yeah.
about to turn 60.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, wait, what?
He's a
Yeah.
baller, dude.
He's
Because
a
the
little
thing is that like with EDM, it keeps you young. They say there's a study that shows that EDM will keep you young if you
I
like
believe it, dude.
jam out,
Actually,
partying.
I tell people all the time, like, I mean, people always ask me my age at like the shows we play,
Yeah.
and
They don't
I tell
believe
them,
you.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm like hitting 32, like, and they're like, wait, what? I thought you were like 25. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I get that all the time.
I've gotten
Keeps you-
surprised by some people that I found out their age.
Their ages.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, but that's the scene out here. You could party at to whatever age. Doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be down to kick it with some viejos, as
Yeah.
long as they vibing.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir, yes,
vibing,
sir.
we're
Yeah.
kicking it.
I've been
dude.
put on by like a lot of so I started DJing here. I was playing open format and stuff. And then I started DJing here because I went to like a breaks party, and the crowd at this breaks party was people from the 90s rave scene.
Oh,
From
okay.
like when Florida breaks and like Miami Basin Electro was like big.
Kind of like the who came out to the Egyptian Lover crowd.
Literally, yeah.
Yo, that
Bro,
a lot
I
of
mean,
those
you might
guys.
have seen me like walking around saying hi to everybody.
Yeah,
at that
everybody was
show.
there. Everybody
But,
was there.
Yeah, I knew
A bunch
I've
of
known
old
a lot
heads
of
was
those
out
people.
there. I was like,
Everybody
damn,
in
this is a
the
throwback.
And I was shocked those old heads like recognized some of us too. I was like, I'm
Right?
like, I'm
Yeah.
E-gen.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought it was really cool that like they like put me on. You know,
Yeah.
like early on, they saw that like, oh, this dude's like producing. So what happened is like I went to the show, and the artist, I had sent him one of my tracks, and he played it at the show. And I don't think he even knew that I was there. He just played my track, and so then I was like, "Yo, this is my track," and then the promoter's like, "Yo, this is your song. Do you DJ?" Blah blah blah, and that kind of like got me
Open the
started.
doors.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
so I think like being able to like bridge those gaps has been really important, and yeah.
That's what's up, bro. So like, who's for each one of you? Each one you go down the line. Major influential set that you saw that was like, damn, this is something that you know,
I would have to
or
say
any act that really motivated you and gave you
honestly,
you know?
I saw Goldie back at 1-800-Lucky. I think it was like two years back or 3 years back maybe.
Yeah, it was while I was in
Dude,
Denver. Yeah.
that show, like, they had those subs cranked up, and I was like, yeah. This is it for me. Like, I want to hit those frequencies and just destroy
Yeah.
a system that way. You know,
That's
like
what's up.
yeah.
So Goldie, 100%.
Goldie, 100%.
How about you, Toph?
You can answer that question.
I already know,
Nah,
but
yeah.
I there's like two very specific nights that stick out to me, and one of them is Aphex Twin, in Houston, for this festival that doesn't exist anymore, Day for Night. It felt like the apocalypse. It was
heard
just
about
like
the
it was-
apocalypse.
No, yeah, it was just something else. But there's also this 1 year of Okeechobee. It was like right before my birthday, or it was like the day before my birthday or something. And it was Kendrick, and then right after Kendrick, it was Skrillex, bro. And that was like one of the fucking craziest nights.
Yeah, Skrillex
And like
is insane.
it was
dude.
Kendrick with a live band, and then
On the
fucking
same
Skrillex.
stage?
On the same, right after each other.
Damn,
like
that's wild.
literally like maybe 10 minutes between the two of them.
Yeah.
And it was absurdity. It was the first year of Okeechobee. But those two, they're both 2016, I think, or around
Crazy
there.
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
They left
Aphex
an
Twin one,
imprint.
man, like that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard
think,
about
just thinking
that.
about that, it just melted my brain, dude. It just
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you, Jared?
Okay, so the one that my two favorite shows that I've seen that I can like off the cuff, Goldie at Gramps.
Okay.
Incredible show. Some Jerk opened for
Yeah.
him, and I think there's somebody else on the
Igloo
lineup.
or
Yo,
Ice.
John is.
Was it Igloo?
Yeah.
Shout out to John,
Bro,
Crazy
John is,
Productions.
yeah, Some Jerk is incredible talent.
Shout out
and
to Some Jerk.
multi-talented, but that show was just a blast. And I didn't know, like I knew people there, like Topher was there, like Cell was there. There's people I knew like loosely,
Yeah.
but we all kind of were just like vibing and having so much fun that it did not matter like who was there. Because I've been to shows where it's like I don't know anybody and I feel awkward. When I moved to Denver, it was like that. I would go to a show and I'd be uncomfortable, and then I'm just like, I want to leave. And that's not what we want for an event. Like that's not what Rumble should be like. Even if you're not into jungle music, like it shouldn't be where you walk in and you're like, I don't want to be here. These people like,
Yeah.
are weird. I'm trying to talk to them or whatever.
So I was part of
anyways.
that experience.
So Goldie, he created that space, which
Yeah.
a good DJ can do, right? Like it's not only up to the DJ. There's other circumstances, but yeah, DJ Seinfeld, same deal, right? We kind of forgot where we were. This was Floyd. I want to say it was like 2018. DJ Seinfeld, dude from like Switzerland or something. Maybe Spain, but it was kind of like Switzerland. He's like a lo-fi house kind of guy.
Okay.
And great set, perfect for Floyd, kind of like clubby, housey. And at a certain point, he kind of realized that he had everybody like in the palm of his hand with just the vibes in there. And he played Rhythm of the Night, Corona.
Oh, snap. Okay.
And we were fucking screaming. The entire club
Yeah, yeah.
was like
Going hard.
like shouting,
Yeah.
like you
That's
couldn't.
the
I
anthem, dude.
recorded it, and you can't hear the music. Is everybody just shouting?
That's an
screaming over
anthem,
the-
dude.
Yeah,
That's good, man.
and that's like the time where like everybody like sometimes you go to space, especially early on, and people are like all fucking cool with their drinks and they're just kind of like cold shoulder type shit, and that was not how that was, right? Like everybody did not give a fuck. They were just like in it.
It's funny how club like etiquette is, right? I normally show up at a club like, but this is because I'm already older and I've clubbed a lot. So I show up and I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. Like I'm just here to have fun, right? But back in the day, it was like a lot of like presenting and like doing this and doing that, and
You had to dress nice. You had to dress really
You had
nice.
to. I mean,
show
back in the
off.
day, you had
It
to
was a
wear
code, yeah.
slacks and like penguin shoes. You know,
Yeah.
like the pilgrim shoes with the buckles on and
Like,
shit.
you had to look
and
like
a
Michael
button-down.
Jordan.
I swear to
That's
God.
that's gonna
You
be
had
us
to look
one
like
day,
the
though.
throwback Jordan, silky
Yeah.
shit.
He's got the business fucking jacket on, but he's got the t-shirt under.
100%. Like
And he
that
had
was the way you
jeans
had
on
to go
with the
clubbing,
pointed-
bro.
you know?
Like,
We might
Boy,
do that.
So
We might do
I
that one
just
day.
wore my
I-
wigs and just like disguise myself, you know.
like the dress code. For the
No, I've been
Rumble.
pushing for not dress code
That's
for
wild.
Rumble. We've done it like themed
Jordan
events,
dress code.
but I've been
And not
pushing.
the athletic gear.
Yo, it's crazy.
No, I want to do an all denim outfit.
the sweatband. You need
Yeah.
the sweatband, like
Yeah.
for
The
sure.
Canadian
Denim
tuxedo.
hat, yeah, denim shirt with the denim overshirt. I feel like us, if we pulled up to a show playing as a crew in all denim, it wouldn't matter what music we played. You know?
Yo, we actually low key. We should definitely pull up all denim.
Yeah.
We just do
Yeah.
it sometime.
It's gonna happen. Yeah,
That'd
it's
be
gonna happen.
crazy.
Who knows where?
But yeah, bro.
But to that point,
Yeah.
the other one that I thought of is DJ Icy. So I saw DJ Icy, obviously like Florida Breaks legend, and I've had the opportunity to like play with him, gotten to know him. He's played my tracks on like his mixes and stuff, and extremely cool, humble guy. The first time I saw him, I guess I was hustling at Ultra. I was helping a friend out. He gave me, I got a ticket, and then he was hustling tickets,
Yeah.
and I was able to, I was kind of running them for him, and I ended up like losing the group that I was with because I had some friends that were there too, and it started raining, and I'm at this was like at Bayfront Park, and there's this weird like tube like structure in Bayfront Park. It's like this weird like sphere
Yeah.
that's coming out of the ground, and they turned it into like a 7-Up can.
Mm.
And Icy was playing there. It was a side stage, right? He headlined the first Ultra, but this is 20
Yeah.
years ago. And I didn't know anything about like his music. I knew about breaks a little bit, but it just got me like that. I was literally walking by, just kind of like vibing, walking around.
Yeah.
It was raining. I'm there with like a backpack and a t-shirt and like soaked and just out dancing in the crowd. And like that breaks music like got me in that moment.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's
you
it.
like lose yourself, right?
Yeah. You lose yourself in the experience.
Yeah. I mean,
And
there's
it's hard for you to get to that point where but you got to really be immersed in the vibe. You got to be immersed and be able to and willing to make yourself enjoy it, because a lot of people are like, oh, they have to. Once again, they're like, got to do it for the gram or whatever the fuck, always trying to look good or whatever. Like that's some of the type of thing that'll stop you from being immersed in the actual vibe and in the experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
our Music Week party, I feel like, was like that. Almost start to finish, right?
Yeah.
Like, Music Week, you were in there just like that was a tear. I remember
we were everywhere. We were like,
Yeah.
I think we started at like 140, ended up at like 175.
Yep.
BPM.
Topher played like a Shaggy It Wasn't Me
Yeah.
jungle edit.
That went nuts.
And yeah, and everybody lost themselves like in that moment, right? And yeah.
Do you guys do edits as a group?
We've started.
We've
yeah.
recently started to, yeah.
yeah.
We kind of like, I mean, I guess we're not like a boy band, but we might
DJ
be.
boy band.
We
my
might
wife
be a
keeps
boy
bringing
band.
it up. She
I-
keeps saying that we're a boy band.
I have been known to describe it that way
boy
to
Yeah,
normies.
my girlfriend
Yeah.
sends me like Backstreet Boy memes all the time. She's like, "This is you
Damn.
guys." I'm like, "Oh."
In sync.
Well, Brandon and Jared both produce. I just recently started messing around with Ableton, and we just bounced one idea or two, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Topher started an idea not long ago, and we kind of just been passing off the project file to each other. So we're kind of
That like that propels DJs now. Like their tracks getting played because they play it first of all in different venues, but like that gives an opportunity for their name to be. I've been realizing that like DJs and artists, that whole entire thing is completely mixed in now. It's not like you're a DJ or you're an artist. You could be both or you could be neither, You could,
yeah. I mean, for example, Ben UFO doesn't produce any music at all,
Yeah.
It was just
Jay,
Joy T.
and
Joy T,
he's just tears up the dance floor like. And I mean,
Zach Fox.
I saw Ben UFO at
Travis Scott
Ground. That was
DJ.
insane.
exactly.
Yo, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some people that are artists and not DJs. And,
But they-
and
Ty Dolla
vice
Sign
versa.
DJ.
They can provide a vibe that's
Yeah.
like almost creates that energy of being a conductor, a producer.
Yeah.
Because just having that feel and ear. But yeah, I mean that definitely can level up the game. I think
Mm-hmm.
as a producer, you kind of start making a name for yourself, and people start to respect like your edits I
And your
feel like-
parties.
yeah, and your parties and
Yeah.
what you're
It
producing.
all comes together, you know,
Yeah.
at the end.
There's also tracks like when we play as a crew that are exclusive to our sets.
Oh, okay.
So
They like edits for yourselves.
yeah, secret weapons,
Oh, okay.
little DJ tools. Stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that.
got some tools.
We got some that
Some
that
secret weapons.
and they're
That's
true secret weapons because you can't, no one else can send it to you.
Yeah.
You can't go find it somewhere. It's not on Reddit or in some like Discord channel. Like they're just ours, and because of that, I've been like a little bit more careful about
Your USB.
our USBs.
That's
Yeah, I know.
funny.
Actually, I've been seeing like maybe because we've been talking about it, but like lately I'm getting all these ads of like these DJs like having their USBs snatched like at shows. I'm like,
We should get a lighter
what?
leash for the USB, like the little
Ye-
lighter leash thing.
Dude, like there's gonna be a
Lighter leash.
taser on that thing, dude. As soon as you
Yeah.
touch that thing,
I
it
like to
shocks
buy it,
you.
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
like,
but then it
this
shocks
little
the
prank
CDJ and
Yeah.
discard.
The last show that I went to before I moved back to Miami, I moved back in like 8 months ago, was DJ Swisha, and it was in like a warehouse, Renegade, not Renegade, but like DIY, and the lore behind Swisha, he's independently managed, right? He releases all his own music. He's only ever released one song on a label, and he manages himself, and he gets paid in cash. And he had last year.
Sounds like a
The-
drug dealer.
Yeah. All respect to Swisha. He definitely is a cult. But the last year, I guess 23, not 24, but he had Resident Advisor Song of the Year
Damn, that's what's
for
up.
his track that he put out and,
Yeah,
mastered
he
himself.
dropped it.
And the lore with the last time he played in Denver is he got finished playing. The next DJ went to mix in, and he like went and got a drink or something. Someone yanked his USB, took it.
Gone.
Damn,
And he had a
sucks.
bunch of tracks that a bunch of artists had sent him that weren't like public.
Released. Yeah.
And he was shook about it because he's like, "Yo, people aren't gonna send me music."
Damn,
blah blah blah.
dude,
I talked to him
yeah.
a little bit about it, and yeah.
That's a hard leak.
So he was like,
Yeah.
we were all kind of just like, "All right, what's
That's
gonna
wild,
happen?"
bro.
Yeah.
DJ Theft out here. Y'all got to be watching your decks, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Unfortunately, Yeah.
It be that way.
yeah,
Well,
don't be a thief.
That's what's up, dog. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for chopping it up with me, giving me your time, talking to me about your party and your experiences, right? Your challenges, everything that you guys are overcoming. I highly, suggest anybody to go catch one of your shows. When is
yeah.
the next show?
So we got a couple lined up right now. We've got this Saturday. We're releasing our compilation at the end of the month, but we're doing a party to celebrate that compilation release at the Boombox.
And what Jete?
I'm sorry?
And Westchester.
Yeah, Westchester.
What did they?
Then October 5th is a Sunday. We're supporting Rusco with Craze in Fort Lauderdale. It hasn't gotten announced yet. And then we got
That's-
3 Points October 17th.
Yeah. The Rockbox isn't announced yet, but it should be soon
It
because
should
it's
be
soon.
it should be announced hopefully
But
by
yeah,
the time this comes
Rusco,
out.
Yeah.
or
Craze,
something.
there is a
Yeah.
Rumble crew.
And
That's
then,
what's up. Where's that?
In
Rock
Fort
Bars?
Lauderdale. It's like a
pool.
Rock
yeah.
Day
Yeah.
Bar.
Rock Day
Club.
Bar is what's
Rock
called,
Day
yeah,
Bar.
yeah.
I think that's
Something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
And then we got 3 Points October 17th.
Yeah.
We're on the RC 95 stage. Right?
Yeah, RC Cola.
RC
playing-
Cola
yeah,
stage.
RC Cola Factory.
And
Yep.
then,
it's like the base stage.
Yeah.
And then we have some other stuff that is getting announced.
We have one more really, really big thing that I can't talk about yet, but
It's
just
soon
know
to be announced. Yeah.
it's going to get announced in September. At some point in September, it's going to get announced, but it's not till November.
Okay. That's what's up. So everybody can follow you guys at Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the
Yeah,
MIA.
Rumble.
Yeah.
Rumble in the
MIA.
MIA. Yeah.
Believe
What?
it or not,
What is it?
in
Go ahead.
2023.
Rumble in the dot MIA.
Yeah, Rumble in the
Like
dot
Miami,
MIA.
but MIA. Yeah.
Oh, Rumble in the dot MIA.
MIA.
Yeah,
That's
just
everything?
type Rumble.
That's the handle.
And
Yeah.
it
Rumble
will
will come up. If you live in
Yeah.
Miami, you type Rumble, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a SoundCloud?
No.
We do, yeah.
I think we do.
Yeah. It's in the DJ Mag article.
Also, it's also Rumble dot
Just
MIA.
again, Rumble in the Jungle, you'll see it.
Yo, follow our
Also,
SoundCloud.
the
yeah.
branding,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Like the
Follow the
logo,
SoundCloud,
it's
yeah.
kind of everywhere. Yeah, and we have a Bandcamp as well. That's like
have
Rumble
Bandcamp,
in the
yeah.
Jungle,
Yeah.
dot Bandcamp or something. But yeah, Instagram is the other thing. Like, just look for Rumble in the Jungle. Believe it or not, in 2023, when we like got the name,
Yeah. Somebody
Rumble in the
already had
Jungle
it.
was
Send us
unfortunately
tracks.
taken.
Send us tracks, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, send
I
us
love to hear
tunes.
new music.
We will
um,
protect the USBs.
And we will protect our USBs. We
sure.
got three guys.
Yeah.
We got each other's backs. You know.
Well,
Bro,
Three
me
guys,
and
one
Golden
USB.
are working on some fire. I'm gonna send y'all away. You
Yes,
already got one of the
Yeah,
one,
we
but
did.
two.
Yeah,
We got two
yeah.
songs. right now that we're gonna turn them shits up. Trying to do like a reggaeton jungle thing.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I saw
I
the
like
vision.
it.
Yeah,
I
I
like
fucked with
that,
it
dog.
heavy,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'm huge on Latin music and I love jungle, so it's like and
That's
you
that
can,
Miami flair, dude. That's
you know, it's a weird Miami thing. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yep.
But yeah, bro, thank you so much for you guys coming on. Everybody follow Rumble and the Jungle Crew. Check out their next show. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. Make it a date night. You know what I'm saying? Do something different with your significant other, or maybe you could pull up and find somebody out there. You know, you can find yourself some strange. It's all
Yeah.
good, bro.
Lose yourself.
Yeah,
Fuck
lose
yeah.
yourself.
Lose yourself to dance like that one Pharrell and Daft
For
Punk
sure,
song.
bro.
Yeah.
And to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, listening. Like I always say, if you like it, share it with your friends. And if you hate it, share it with your enemies. But just share this motherfucker.
Hate watch.
Until the next
We
one.
love hate watchers. I love my hate
watch.
watchers.
That's what it is, bro. You got to hate watch, yo.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I appreciate
hate watch
that
is
more
a
than
view.
my actual fans. You know?
It's a view, bro.
yeah.
Exactly. That's wild. I appreciate you more because you doing it out of hate.
Hell yeah, I love
That's
my
wild.
haters.
That's Miami as fuck. But yeah, bro, thank you so much once again. And we out this bitch. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Que Bola Podcast. We're on episode 99, baby. We get into 100, bruh. Oh, man, it's been a ride. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe it and share it with your friends. Keep the vibes alive. And we'll catch you on the next time with more insights and stories from the heart of Miami. All right? Ya tu sabes. All the creators and entrepreneurs down south, we repping, baby. It's all love. Que te crezca. Love y'all. Hasta la próxima. Peace.